Here we are at another Amish sale. This is in McClure, PA. There's a Packer. I rebuilt this for him many years ago. At the time, that was a pretty high-priced Packer. He wanted a double roll, and he didn't have the rest of it, so I made those brackets and stuff. I forgot all about that. I put a steel tongue on there for him, and at the time, that was pretty high price fix for a Packer. I don't remember exactly what it was, but there's another basket harrow, and there's probably a harrow out of Lancaster County, general repair maybe, I'm not sure. And here we got another 4-cart. I don't recognize that tag. Tow built and farm built. Farm built usually builds a lot of wagons. And there is a 387 all over 2-way plow. Oh, and someone's put newer White Horse or Pioneer beams on it. I have not seen that anywhere. I don't know why you couldn't. Obviously you can. Arguably that is the cream of the crop as far as 2-way plows go. You'll find some argument that that's probably the best 2-way plow on the market. Got 2 new wheels on it, or 2 newer wheels on it. Radex bottoms, probably 14-inch. Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking that home. We'll see. It'll be high priced. I think the last one I actually sold down in Tennessee, I think I got $1,300 for it rebuilt. That's been 20 years ago already. That's probably gonna bring over $1,000, but we'll see. I'm probably gonna make it bring $1,000. Here we got a very unique cultivator. I'm gonna say that's for your higher crops. I don't think I've seen that before either, but that also has that tag on it. Huh. Interesting. And here we got a newer transplanter. This guy was a big market gardener, so you know, a lot of this stuff is geared towards market. And there's one wheel for one spacing, and there's 3 other wheels for different spacings of your crop. And there we got a little motor driven bush hog. And here we have what is probably going to be a plastic layer. I think it's a plastic layer. Oh, I actually think it might be a drip line. Maybe a drip line and plastic layer combination. I'm not sure. I think that's what that's going to be. And here we got a big field sprayer. And if you remember last week, that was a JBA disc. Here's another JBA disc. It's got that same ball hitch, and if I remember right, I think I worked on that for him too, because I think I made that socket for that ball hitch. They're actually pretty hard to come by as far as good sockets go. And there we got a Lancaster spreader, probably a newer spreader. But again, issues already. That spreader's not that old already. Unless that's a design thing. I guess that's a design thing. I was gonna say it's sagging in the rear end already. But yeah, on a new spreader like that, you know, you shouldn't have that kind of issue. But you do. That side there's already closer than that side, so something slid, or it's a bad design or something. But you kind of got the same thing on the upper cylinder, so something's bent somewhere, I would guess. I've actually put those paddles on a 10A before. It's kind of a good idea, a lot easier. Granted, if they break or something, you know, you're kind of in trouble. You got to grind them off and re-weld them and everything else. And I'm gonna say, just looking at that shaft, it's probably bent. So yeah, he has a greenhouse. It's for sale. Both of those greenhouses are for sale. In fact, I think all 3 of those greenhouses are for sale. This guy started, he was about as poor could be, but he really built up his place nice, built a pond, put 3 greenhouses in, does a lot of market gardening. I'm not sure exactly where he sells his produce. Here we have a big grain drill. I don't do grain drills anymore. They rot away before I can sell them, and plus they're very hard to haul. And here we see another sprayer. I think you've seen one of those sprayers every sale I've been to so far. And that's probably going to be a weird 106 plow. That is probably the most popular walk-in plow with our local Amish. They're used to have a lot of calls for them, and now they're coming back again for some reason. There's just an old cart, an old built cart. We got another gravity bin, and I think the rest is just junk. So yeah, that's today's sale. Realistically, probably the only thing I'd really like to take home would be that 2-way plow. So we'll see what happens. Nice place. He's definitely up on a hill though. Yeah, he definitely grew this over the last 25 years or so. You know, again, he used to be as poor could be, but he's really made it go for it. So, all right, wish me luck.